The time has come.
Snake Man stage. Like I said, this is a lot of people's first stage they decide to go with. I personally don't really go for it first. There's a couple of sections which I'm not a big fan of. Sections that are made a lot easier with the weapons you get later in the game. Of course, getting more weapons makes the game easier as you go, so, you know, if you're having difficulty with a stage, don't bother just throwing yourself at it constantly. You have options. We have a couple items. Whoops. We have a couple items we can grab. They were both health when I'm at full health. Completely useless. Alright. Another snake mini-boss. I don't know what this guy's weakness is if he has one. Let's try the hard knuckle. Oh wow, that two-shot him. That's pretty good, but the hard knuckle, it's very much like it sounds. It's very damaging, but it's very slow. Well, okay, it's not slow to move, but it's a very slow startup. Like, as you can see, when I'm using it, Mega Man pauses, and then it goes off. Maybe you could use it for, like, some strategy to get to higher areas. I don't know. We now have a section up in the clouds, which I don't get why this suits Snake Man, but this is one of the parts of the level where I was talking about where I think it's much harder than other levels just because of its design. You see, these platforms here, they're making clouds come out, but if we stand on the platform as a cloud comes out, I just died. Okay, let's try that again. Now, as I was saying, if we stand on a platform as a cloud is coming out, then the cloud kind of shifts us away, like if we were getting pushed by an invisible block or something. And it can sometimes just shove you straight off the level, which is kind of annoying. The other big thing is that we have those bullets coming after us, which, as you saw, can immediately knock us into the bottomless pits. That's a lot of them. Okay. Sometimes it's good to shoot them while they're over your head so that they fly straight over your head, because again, once you shoot them, they fly straight to where they are. They don't go up and down anymore. Now, Snake Man isn't the hardest Robot Master, but I kind of have some difficulty with him sometimes. That's just me. He fires these snake enemies at us. Touching him, like most Robot Masters, touching them does a lot more damage to you than if they hit you with their standard attack, so sometimes it's preferable just to get hit by the snakes instead. Almost got him. Oh no! Oh! Wow, it coming back actually saved me there. So, you'd think that would make me like the Shadow Blade more, but then again, I could have always just fired another Metal Blade if it was the Metal Blade, instead of having to wait for it to come back. But we got this Search Snake now, which is Snake Man's weapon. Now, who was weak to the Snake Man weapon again? It was one of these two, because I know Gemini Man's laser beats Needle Man. And I know I don't use Needle Man's weapon against these guys. Oh, who was weak to the Search Snake again? Is it Spark Man? I'm pretty sure that's who I do next, anyway. I don't remember if it's Gemini Man or Snake Man, or Spark Man, excuse me. But, we're just gonna go after Spark Man and hope it's him. And if it isn't, we'll try to beat him just with the standard Buster or whatever other weapon he takes damage from. Spark Man, kind of insignificant boss, like, oh, another Elect Man. It's the same case with Heat Man to Fire Man, really. I do really like the music in this stage. Once again, killer soundtrack in this game. Here we go, here's some health we can get thanks to Rush Coil. Now, we did pick up that other Rush item being the Rush Marine a while back, which I haven't used yet. It is mainly used for water levels and traversing through water. Which the water stage of this game is Gemini Man, who we currently aren't doing. Dude, how cool would it be if there was like an electric eel Robot Master or Maverick? Because I was just thinking, you know, if it was a water stage that we were facing now, even though this is an electric kind of stage, how cool would it be if they combined them and there was like zapping water like in Crash Bandicoot 1? Or no, that was Crash Bandicoot 2, excuse me. Look, I haven't played those games in a while, okay? Here's a segment that brings back the Bolt enemies from Top Man stage, or this is your first time seeing them, depending on your order. And, yeah, I'm not a big fan of this part of the stage, just because they're coming in, and as I said before, in the previous stage you would use patience. You just wait for them to go by and then make your jump. But here, these platforms that we're standing on are rising to the ceiling of spikes, so we don't really get a choice. Instead, what I usually do here is just try to traverse under these guys. Otherwise, we have to do some insane backtracking kind of stuff. Well, there we go. Okay, that was me traversing under them. We're gonna now use the Shadow Blade attack them since they're at an angle from us. These ones aren't as much of an issue as those other two were. And what lifeless enemies. These guys, they were created just to build and then chase us. Nothing more. It's sad, man. Alright, let's see if he is weak to the Surf Snakes. I mean, he does have like a weird slanted stage, which is the gimmick with the Surf Snakes, is that they travel around the entire stage. He is immune to the Surf Snakes, by the way. Maybe the Shadow Blade. Oh, yeah, wow, he is taking damage from this. Not bad damage, either. Anyway, the gimmick with Sparkman is that it'll shoot out several electric sparks that are tiny, and then one big one. That's about it. He's not very special in terms of his fight. I don't get why he has this kind of design in his boss arena, but oh well. We got the Spark Shock, a weapon that shoots a spark. Anyway, that's that weapon. On to Gemini Man.